back on Buffalo Wild Wings Radio Row inside Grand Canyon University Arena in Phoenix. The Lobos fall 68-65 to the Antelopes. It is time for our Delta Dental Coach's Comments, brought to you by Delta Dental of New Mexico, here post-game with Lobo head coach Craig Neal. Coach Neal, tough one tonight. What, as you look at the statue, what do you feel was the difference tonight for Grand Canyon?
Well, I just think they played with much more urgency. You know, this is my fault. And I thought I had our guys ready, and that's part of being a coach. And I evidently didn't have us ready, and our guys think that they're better than they are. And, you know, that's part of coaching. So, you know, that's one of my responsibilities, and very, very disappointed that we didn't come out and play a lot better. I mean, you can't play the last 5 minutes like you should have played the whole game. And, you know, we found out tonight that a lot of guys that everybody thinks are really, really good are just average players. And the margin for error is very, very little for our team. And I've said that all along. And you know, it's just one of those things where it wasn't an X and O's thing. We had good looks, but we just can't, you know, we got to get some inside scoring. And against a team like that, we can't play Obach and JJ because they struggle to guard perimeter guys on the pick and pop. And then they, you know, if they're not going to give us much inside offensively on the block, it's hard to play them in these games. And then, you know, you can go down the stat sheet and go down on. You didn't get much for Devin Williams because he's in foul trouble. And he's been playing with a lot of energy, but he's kind of plateaued off. And, you know, I thought Xavier gave us great energy. Hugh played okay, but he's just not making the three ball. And then Jordan Goodman seven of his shots can't be 3 point. I mean, 7 of his 10 shots can't be 3-pointers. And if that's the case, then he's not going to play very much. He's got to get himself in shape. And we've just got to get some inside scoring. And that's the biggest thing. And I just got to figure out how we can do that. But, you know, I didn't think they would shoot the ball as well as they did. They shot 37% from 3-point line. I thought we did all right with 2 points, but, you know, again, we shot 4 for 18, and then we have 12 assists and 11 turnovers. And you're not going to win a game like that.
And I thought you guys defended them well in the first half. It's the second half when you kind of got snake bitten. There were a lot of early fouls called. And,
right.
And
then we were passive.
GCU started knocking down the threes.
Yep. Yeah, we just, we came out, started putting a lot of hands on them, didn't do a very good job guarding them, didn't do a very good job with our principals, you know, but I think, you know, it's one of those things that it's happened to us many times where this game always gets us. You know, you have to show maturity, and you have to show a growth as a team to be able to handle these holiday games before you go home, and we evidently didn't do a very good job of that.
You mentioned that this game gets you this one right before the break. I don't think we've won one. I don't think we've won one since I've been here if it's been on the road. I mean, I'd have to look at the stats, but I don't think we've won one. I think we lost to Oral Roberts the year we went 30-5. We lost to Oral Roberts on the road the day before we left for Christmas. We lost this one, but that's just a maturity and a growth that we gotta get better at. And you know, we can't rely so heavily on Hugh and Deshaun, and we got to get some stuff on everybody.
You talked about attention to detail, Coach. At the end, I think it was like 7 seconds left.
Right.
The ball to inbound the ball on the baseline. Talk about that. What happened there? Was there?
Well, George just ran to the ball, and he wasn't supposed to run to the ball. He was supposed to just catch it right there because we were slicing 2 guys off, and we were just going to throw it there because Braun was on his back, and then he can turn and take 2 dribbles, and then we got 2 guys in the corners for threes, and he went to Hugh, and Hugh threw it over his head. So that's part of having a new team, and that's part of guys that haven't been in timeouts and understanding what they're supposed to do, understand what they're doing on the board. And, you know, that's part of the thing that we've always been really, really good out of timeouts. This team just hasn't figured it out yet. And they've got to figure it out for us to be really good. And we got a long way to go with that. But we had an opportunity, and we didn't take advantage of it.
And you got to practice those situations
a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Craig, I thought one of the stories tonight was how the game was officiated, and you shot 14 free throws in the first half and made 12, and only went to the line 6 times, only tried 6 free throws in the second half.
Well, we would have tried more, but we missed 3 front ends of a one-on-one. that makes a big difference in this game when you miss 3 front ends, and that's the difference of the game. You lose by 3, and if you make those front ends, that's 6 points. So if you can't make free throws, you know, that's why I never understood it. It always, and Hunter knows this, we weren't 15 for 20. In a coach's perspective, we were 15 for about 24 because of the front ends we missed, because it's another free throw that you don't get a chance to shoot. And, you know, and we did that late, but it's understandable. We just got to find guys to make free throws at the end, but we had our chances. And, you know, the only thing that I wish I would have done, but I don't think I could have done it after I look back at it, is I had to get those timeouts. I wish I'd have had one more, but I had to take them because of the 2 runs they made and get a stop, and then our guys were gassed.
You had an opportunity to talk to your guys while they were looking at the
and we did exactly what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And we had it pretty well. They did a heck of a job on that. We did a nice job there, and we're able to get what we wanted to get, and it just didn't work out for us. But you know, they fought, and it's just bad that we lost this one, because if we could have got this one, we would have been in pretty good shape.
Let's talk about the fight for just a minute, because when you got down to 8,
the fight for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, what you can't do when you're a new team and a team that's supposed to have a chip on its shoulder, and a team that doesn't get any respect, you can't play the last 5 minutes as hard as you got to play all 40 minutes that way. And we didn't do that. And you know, that's part of growing up. And we got some guys that are feeling sorry for themselves because they don't play a lot. Well, they don't deserve to play. And that's where they're going to have to work and figure out how to get better at that.
So now a week before you start conference play.
Yeah, we got some time off, and they're going to go home, and then they'll come back on the 27th, and they'll have a very interesting practice on the 27th. So we'll give them some time off, and hopefully our guys will take care of themselves and show some maturity and do some work at home, because it's going to be an interesting thing for them when they come back, because they got a tough deal. They got Fresno State coming in, who probably will have Cesar Guerrero back, their starting point guard, and then they'll have Colorado State, who's ranked. So it'll be a situation where they better come. They got to take care of the pit. So, you know, hopefully they'll play with a lot more urgency, and we'll get them ready.
You mentioned Guerrero might be back for Fresno State. Is there a chance that Lobos could get Sam Logwood back?
Sam, I think, will be back. It depends. He's got to practice, so he'll practice on the 27th, and then we'll try to get him back as soon as we can.
And he's the closest?
Yeah, he's the closest. He's the closest one. He's the closest one to be back. And then a lot of it is, I think Arthur's going to be okay to practice. He's just got to get some things with his finger, but I think he'll be, you know, it'll probably be 10 days away before he can start doing anything full time.
All right. We wish you the best on the happiest of holidays here.
Not really good. Scrooge hit us, but, you know, we just got to get better.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
All right. Lobo head coach Craig Neal. Your Delta Dental coach's comments brought to you by Delta Dental of New Mexico. Almost 400,000 New Mexicans covered by Delta Dental plans. For more information, log on to deltadentalnm.com. All right, Hunter.